shooting night to win that game. You're not going to be able to win very often with a percentage as low as theirs.
Yeah, no beauty or style points in that game, but they did hit the big shots when they needed to.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Matt Barnes is out there with Spencer Hawes, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Paul with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up, and there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Jones.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Clippers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Paul outside. Just 4 to shoot. Wide open look. That shot's good from Hawes.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Cleveland.
And they drew so many fouls in that game, guys. That was one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Yeah, guys, to me, that was just a case of lack of discipline on the other side. And, I can't say any more than that on it.
James Harden, Clark, voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer, able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer.
Here's Jordan. James Harden picking up that last basket, and the wide open shot from Paul misses off the left iron. Harden with it. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. The feed to Ariza, and stolen by Jordan. Up the floor, and Paul with the basket on the assist from Redick. Paul's got his first points of the game.
And Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc or in the paint. That combination of shooting with slashing ability, a real key to his effectiveness.
Now here's Beverly. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Cleveland.
Yeah, he picked his spots in that game too, Kevin, because I thought he not only did a nice job scoring, but setting up his teammates as well.
Here's Paul. Redick with the 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple. Houston gets it back. Here's Beverly. Moniunas passes to Harden. A floater. Barnes grabs the miss.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Paul kicks to Hawes. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Hawes got his second basket of the night.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now, here is Harden. Right now averaging 27 points a game. Harden left side. Passes it to Beverly. Now, here is Harden. Defense is right there. And the shot is good.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Clippers leading by 8. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind it out and get a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material. But they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Feeds it to Moniunas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And they're doing a fantastic job of finding the open man and getting easy looks.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Now here's Paul, coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Over in the corner, Barnes. Here's Hawes. Motiejunas grabs the miss. Motiejunas has got 3 rebounds now in this one. And James Harden with the 3. Harden's got 7 points.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Redick kicks to Paul. Paul, right side, Hawes, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it. I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Now here's Paul, averaging 18 points a game. Puts up the baby hook, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Smith checked in for Motiejunas. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for James Harden. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Davis is checked in for Jordan. Turkoglu comes in for Spencer Hawes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Barnes. And it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick. We talk about Paul's preference to play in the half court. Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan-Clark tend to flourish in the open floor.
And to me, Kevin, it's really about finding that balance, the right balance. But a good sign for the Clippers has been Blake's development as a half-court offensive weapon. He's shooting it better facing the basket. He's shooting it better with his back to the basket. And he's making his free throws at a higher rate. So that lends itself to being a little more effective in the half court.
Good observation. Stolen. And here they come. Here's Prigioni. Count the bucket. Prigioni's got his first points of the night.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And those are the kind of plays that will turn that deficit into a lead quickly. So solid defense on the ball, that's the key.
And that is good. 8 points for Chris Paul.
They've been hot here early, dropping them in left and right.
Let's see how long they can keep it going. This is quite a start.
The offensive rebound. Clippers leading by 6. To the right side. Here's Rivers. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, when he scores buckets like that, Kevin, it just shows that he can bring some of that X factor for his team.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Here's Brewer. The shot no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And it was the role players in that game, Kevin, that really led the charge. You know, the guys who normally don't score a lot, they came in and really contributed.
A total team performance, Steve, the kind you need if you're going to win on the opponent's home floor.
Here's Crawford. Terry grabs the board. Rockets trail by 8. And Prigioni kicks to Brewer. The Rockets again can't hit.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Hedo Turkoglu. Crawford out there with Austin Rivers. And there's Davis, and it's Jordan in at the 5. Here's Brewer. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
Yeah, you got to love the energy they're bringing. As soon as they got their hands on the ball, everybody got out and ran.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Here's Ariza. Now, here's Brewer. He's guarded by Rivers. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Spencer Hawes is checked in for Davis. Barnes comes in for Turkoglu. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Rivers can't get it to go.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. I think exciting times are certainly in store in Houston.
Redick for 3. And again, no good by the Clippers. Rockets trail by 4. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Patrick Beverley could make the case for being the league's most disruptive defender at point guard. He said, quote, "I know some people might not like my defense, but I don't really care. I'm physical, I'm tough, and I'm setting the tone. I don't look at the numbers, I just go out there and I guard everyone exactly the same. And that's aggressively, Kevin, exactly what they're looking for."
He gets after it. Nothing easy. Thanks, Doris. And the basket good. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Rockets?
They come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Patrick Beverley, he's checked in for Houston.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Here's Harden. It's stolen by Ariza. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Pass to Redick. They need this one. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
To the right side. Barnes kicks to Rivers. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Houston running again. The pass to Ariza. Houston moving it around. Now, here is Harden. Not a lot of room. And they take the lead. Smith's got his first basket of the night.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
It's Harden with the drive.
Things have changed a little bit here in the second quarter, guys, and we're seeing them start to convert a lot of second-chance opportunities.
Yeah, and I'm sure the coach has to be happy about this. I mean, the hustle underneath is paying off in a big way.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
There's the dish to Beverley. Stolen by Rivers.
Tried to use the pump fake there, but the defense didn't buy it.
Hawes the pass to Redick. And Hawes kicks to Rivers. Tries again. No good from Jordan.
You know, his finishing ability leaves a lot to be desired, guys. He needs to take it to the basket stronger.
And the shot is good.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Redick with the 3, and again, no good by the Clippers.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Harden outside. battles through traffic and lays it in. And now